Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin at 47.5k. It has hardly moved today. Seems to be seems to need a little bit of a rest here before it can continue to move up. And we are here at the Bitcoin chart, and as you might know, or you probably know if you've been following me, that now that Bitcoin broke above 45.8k, I do expect further price increases. This was my alternative scenario. It has now become my primary scenario after Bitcoin broke above that 45.8k level here in that triangle, that first major high, and Bitcoin broke above it and closed even a weekly candle above that level, and of course various daily candles already. It is currently struggling to get through this cluster of resistances here. So we've got two main resistance levels here at 48.2, 48.3k. This is one of them, is the 200-day moving average, highly relevant resistance level. And the next one is this ascending trend line here. I mean, this trend line and also the 200-day moving average have actually limited meaning in terms of the Elliott waves and what they mean for the sentiment and everything. So I don't consider them from an Elliott wave point of view as a relevant resistance, but or a level where we could decide here where the market is going. Since the 45.8k level has been broken, this means we have much more space now to the upside. And even if we find rejection here, from an Elliott wave point of view, we would not consider this here a level where now basically the fate of Bitcoin will be decided. That was decided at 45.8k. This year, yes, of course, it can be a resistance, and we might even see a rejection down here, maybe to 46k again, to that previous high or that 45.8k level. Absolutely possible. I mean, in the previous video, we talked about that we are now overbought on the daily chart, and if Bitcoin cannot push higher than this, temporarily at least, we are going to see the MACD turn around. It's a good time now for the MACD to turn around. We can see that it's going up, but it's slowing down the uptrend already a little bit. You can see it's slightly slowed down, and the RSI here is now overbought. So I would anticipate here at some point a correction before we continue that move up. And that we continue the move up, I'm now fairly confident, or very confident, given that we broke above that 45.8k level. The next major resistance here, also from an Elliott wave point of view, or in terms of the Fibonacci retracements of that wave B here, would be at 51k. That would be also very much in line with this wave 4 high here. So that is one of the next key levels where Bitcoin is going to find resistance if it manages to break above that 200-day moving average. So that 51k level is a very relevant one in terms of the retracements, the Fibonacci retracements, but also here in terms of previous resistance, but also in terms of the just the Elliott wave count, because this is that wave 4 high that we counted on our way down end of December. So, and that is pretty much what we're looking at here, pretty much here at a key tipping point. But even though this level here, from an Elliott wave point of view, now actually has only limited meaning, still we need to consider it, because it is a level where we could see here temporary rejection. It's certainly very interesting to see that, and some people call that a bear flag actually, which, to be fair, it's a good call. It's a good point, where you I mean, I take the triangle out now, but what you can see is now this channel. It's quite interesting. It's certainly interesting. We have a flagpole basically down here. You could call that a huge bear flag. And let's just assume it would break out to the downside. It could take us directly into my target area. I don't think that is a scenario that I would now primarily follow. I see the price now go higher, at least to 51k. But from there it could already turn around. But again, similar to the Ethereum chart, I would expect mainly the price to go to at least here 55k first. Better maybe around the 60k area, where it could then turn around and come down. And I still see that. I still leave that my primary scenario. I mean, as I said before, pretty much my scenario hasn't changed. Yeah, because in my original primary scenario, which through that move above 45.8k has now pretty much been invalidated. But in that original primary scenario, I did expect the price to go straight away of that triangle to the downside into my target area. How I see it now is we see that temporary upside in a wave B and will then come down in a wave C. Yeah, to complete then this wave 2. Yeah, pretty much that wave 5 I have to take out now because we invalidated that previous scenario, but we are still in the alternative. Yeah, so it's not like we didn't expect it. I've been mentioning it in the last few videos every day, pretty much various times every day since, well, for weeks really, this alternative. And as always, there is a more bullish and a more bearish scenario. And when the market decides, we know where the prices are going to go with the highest likelihood. And this is now what I'm following. But we're currently at this key resistance level, and that can take us possibly here a few days. I mean, don't know how long really, but it can take a while possibly here to get through. And maybe we see even a bit of a rejection down again. We'll retest here at around 45.8k that previous, or we'll flip that previous resistance for support, maybe once more, get a bit of confirmation, and then yeah, continue our way up from here. So that is certainly interesting. And yeah, as I said before, on the daily here, we are going to see here probably the decision at what point that uptrend might be getting to exhaustion. Depending on when here on the daily, we are going to see here a bit of a turnaround, and the MACD is going to turn around. And then it's important to see then, and that is not really possible now to predict that, but it will then be interesting to see how is the price going to react to that decreasing momentum. Do we just see a little bit of a reaction down, or do we already see a trend change? But I would not expect a trend change before we hit at least 51k. All right, that is my view on Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.